Come on now, Smokey. Playing with my money, my women, it's like playing with my emotions, baby. Man, your boy Smoky Robinson, man, is in some trouble. The alleged crimes that's going against him, check this out.
Profile court proceedings. I want to put this up on your screen, a live look that we have there in accused of sexual abuse by a handful of women, according to this new lawsuit. So we do know that 4 women who allegedly previously worked for the now 85-year-old singer accused Robinson of sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, gender violence, and creating a hostile work environment, among other offenses. This is all according to a complaint that was filed in the Los Angeles County Superior Court. The women, who were reportedly employed as housekeepers at Robinson's Los Angeles residence, claimed that they were forced to leave their jobs due to the singer's repeated sexual assaults and sexual harassment, adding in that his alleged conduct was willful, wanton, and malicious, with a conscious disregard of their rights, privacy, and feelings. Bringing back into the conversation now, legal analyst Nima Rahmani. Nima, what are we looking at here with these initial filings now made today in Los Angeles Superior Court?
Christina, you said it. Bombshell is right. I couldn't believe it when I read the complaint. Graphic details of sexual assault, too graphic to even discuss on TV. But you have 4 individuals who were employed as housekeepers, all Latina women, who are essentially making the same allegations of very serious rape, and that Smoky Robinson would rape them, some of them dozens of times. And what's really fascinating about this case is really the number of victims who are telling the same story of sexual violence. And when it comes to sexual assault in a he said, she said type situations, it can be tough to prove a case like that because jurors are sometimes skeptical of the testimony of one victim. But when you have victim after victim telling the same story, that can be too much for an accuser to overcome. And of course, these are just allegations. But what we do know, covering sexual assault and sexual abuse cases, is oftentimes abusers abuse more than one victim. It doesn't matter whether it's a Jeff Epstein or a Bill Cosby or a Harvey Weinstein or a Diddy. When these allegations happen, oftentimes others come forward. And here, the allegations are very salacious. Yeah,
I want to put up some video as well that we have there of the singer. He's had such a long and illustrious career, made one of the biggest impacts on the music landscape here in our country and around the world. But diving a little bit deeper into some of those details as well, apparently we would first like to know that Robinson's longtime wife as well, Frances Robinson, has also been named in this lawsuit, with all 4 of those women claiming that the singer's spouse had full knowledge of his prior acts of sexual misconduct and failed to take the appropriate corrective action as well. So let's talk about this as far as it involves her as well. Is she going to be dragged into this court case with her now being named? Can she potentially be liable for any of these accusations that have now been made against Smokey?
Christina, she is potentially liable. So let's separate out the sexual assault, I'll call those the personal injury claims, and the employment claims. These were employees, and Mrs. Robinson was their employer. So there are claims here of sexual harassment, a hostile work environment, failure to pay wages, minimum wage, and overtime. So for those claims, Frances Robinson may be liable as the employer. Obviously, the most serious allegations are against Smoky Robinson. And if you read the complaint, he would allegedly assault these women when his wife was not home. She dropped her off at the nail salon, for instance. And the allegations are that then he would rape these women, or he would rape them where there were no cameras, so his wife couldn't see. So that's something that obviously, if you are looking at the liability in the case and the damages, obviously a sexual assault claim is worth a lot more than an employment claim. But that doesn't mean those employment claims aren't valid or they aren't serious. The plaintiffs are asking for $50 million. And if they prove that they were raped repeatedly by Smoky Robinson, I wouldn't be surprised if they get into the 8-figure range if this case goes all the way to trial.
I have to ask you, are we going to see criminal charges coming here?
Potentially, yes. And that's one of the questions people always ask as well. If the rape happened, why haven't we seen criminal charges? So, what I tell folks, and I represent rape victims, it's what I do right now as a former federal prosecutor. I don't do any criminal defense work. I just represent victims like the victims in this case. And, oftentimes victims will go to law enforcement, and law enforcement will present the case to the DA, and the DA chooses not to prosecute. Sometimes prosecutors, they can be soft on crime. We had a former district attorney here in LA County, George Cascon, who had that reputation. Christina, you and I have talked about this at length because he was the one who recommended the resentencing for the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, Jilla back, man. Look, check this out, man. They got your boy Smoky Robinson. They got him in a bind. They got him in a hole. They got him in a trap. But hey, these are all alleged. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying that he didn't do it. But I will say this, man. These alleged claims that they got on Smokey are ruthless. They saying that your boy needed it every day, all day, and it wasn't from his wife. But man, can you see her? Smokey, man. I mean, Smokey is a legend. He wrote numerous of hits, countless of hits at Motown, Temptations, different artists, whatever, the Supremes, whatever you want to call it. He wrote music for them all. But man, I don't know what's going on. All any black major influence leaders or have influences in the black community are going down at the age of in their 80s. But my thing is this: you came after this man. He 85 years old. Trying to get some of this money. I don't know what happened. They said, that his housekeepers and they all have the same story. They saying all the stories are the same. So they got your boy Smokey. Can I see her? They got him. They got him in a bind, man. So, man, if this is alleged, always alleged. We don't know. We haven't been charged with anything. This is just that he say, she say. So, but they're coming at your boy for 50 mil. They need that money, And the shame thing about this whole thing, I think there's gonna be more people, more artists, more actors, more influential people that they're gonna go after. So man, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. And get in them comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Can I see her? Smoky Robinson, man. I'm out. Peace.